G'day mates, and welcome back to the Unreal World. Apologies again for the rain in the background. It is of course in-game sound, but it will sound like a bit of a hissing or a crackling. I've been sort of waiting around hoping it would stop. I even had my character go to sleep briefly, but no luck. It seems that the rain's just going to keep going. It is the sort of late spring, early summer, so I suppose the rain's is just going to keep going for some time in the future. Either way, I had a bit of a vote last episode, and it was split between a shovel and a hammer. Somebody suggested an iron hammer, and both good ideas. The shovel will allow us to get iron much easier, as well as dig our traps and prepare all sorts of things. And an iron hammer will allow us to effectively build better quality tools better or quicker, faster, I suppose, than having to sort of level up our skill. It may give us a chance to hopefully make something a little higher quality than some of the terrible stone hammers we've been using. Now they were even votes on each one, so I flipped a coin, and sadly, for one person at least, and happily for the other person, the iron hammer has won. I'll probably even get both done this episode, but we're going to start with the iron hammer, which was the choice here, or the victory. So to start with, let's have a quick look at our crafting tool. We're going to go down to, I'll probably use some iron tongs sometime in the future as well. The iron hammer requires 2 pounds of wrought iron. Okay, let's start with getting wrought iron. That's going to be the important bit. So we need to make wrought irons. We need to smelt the iron. I imagine 2 pounds of it is 4 of them, because each one is half a pound. So we're going to need 4 of them done, which requires 8 pounds of bog iron. Maybe we're making 4 pounds. I'm not sure exactly how this works. But a bloomery and a fire. The bloomery is on the ground next to us. We're going to require 8 pounds and 32. Let's pick up... how do we do this? 8 pounds of... No, I need 16 of these is 8 pounds. Yep. Okay, I'm getting there slowly. And I think it said 30. Pick the best quality charcoal we can. And 5 of these. Yeah, so charcoal is level 3, poor, and then inferior. So inferior is the worst one. I'll keep that in mind. So we should have sufficient charcoal. Now I'm holding a fair bit of weight, which is giving us a negative 13%. I could take off a whole range of things, but because of the rain, I'm probably going to be a little bit too chilly. Charcoal, inferior wooden stake. Looks like I've got some other crappy charcoal as well. Doesn't matter too much. I don't care about, I may dump everything to save a single percentage point, and at this level of skill, that's not going to be too much of a concern, I don't think. So, to start with, let's smith some iron. I think I said 4. That should make us extra. We'll have extra iron, I think, produced out of this. So, I'm not too concerned there. If we've got extra, we can move straight on to the other stuff as well, because it'll... I haven't lit the fire. Okay, now we've lit the fire. Let's repeat this. Make 4 of them. We're going to get the 8 pounds of that stuff. 32 pounds of charcoal, which we do not have. I have 30. But I've got a bit of extra charcoal there. That's fine. It's lower quality, but lucky I had that already in my inventory from before. With that, we should be able to... bloomery is the right tool, but suffers from poor quality. So we need to make a better bloomery at some point in the future. I think that is assembled without any tools. I think I just have to find the stones and put it together. Process should be done by tomorrow. Excellent. So we're preparing iron, which I probably should have done ahead of time, but it doesn't matter. We've done a bit of iron. What we can do now is let's eat up. And I actually want to take this opportunity to go out and do a little bit of hunting. We're going to need more leather. Ooh, we're going to dehead stag skin. Excellent. Let's do some leather working then. Hide working, we now need to... Can I tan the skin immediately? Yep, place for soaking. This is going to take some time to soak as well. Let's have a look. Does it say when it's ready? Early morning, so it's 12 hours away, give or take. So I want to spend a little bit of time going out and hunting. We currently have with us nothing too valuable. What I want to do is drop... I'm actually going to take off the woolen overcoat because it's so heavy, and we should be fine because we'll be active. So I want to drop that. I want to drop the hand axe is going to be too heavy. I'll keep the trident in case we need to fight anything. It's our best thing. We'll drop that tongs, the additional wrought iron we've already got. It's interesting. I probably could have even started, because I didn't realize how much wrought iron we were carrying with us. But we're going to go hunting now, and I want to pick up... Where's our bow? A bow somewhere. There it is. Okay, we're going to pick up our bow, and we're going to pick up, let's say, 10 arrows. Shouldn't need that many. That should be sufficient. Okay, so we've got our stuff here. We're currently, let's just rest a little bit, get our fatigue down. Currently got 4% penalty, so we're only carrying a very light amount of weight here. And that should be sufficient to go out and do some hunting now. Quickly double check the... Looks like, what are these? Tracking. Old stag trackers. These are the old stag tracks. And what have we got here? Curious grass. We don't know what this is yet, but gradually level up our herb lore. Maybe we can experiment with it somewhat. Have we had any more things come in? Or more grasses? What we got here? More curious grass. Looks like nobody has fallen into our traps just yet. Probably to do with the fact that our trapping skill is so bad, and the fact there are almost certainly no animals in the area. How old are these? Old stag tracks. That must be the one that we captured already. So it was wandering around this area and eventually fell into our trap. Either way, let's head off and see what we can find. I'll probably... Oh shit, there's heaps of animals around. Now, this one here is probably our animal, I think. But that one there is an elk that we want to track down. So let's go straight for it. Nope. And it's snowing. Let's go in and see what we can find in the area. Highly unlikely to discover it, which is a shame. But there we go. Look at that. Found it straight away. Old stag tracks. They're new ones? No. So it is an elk that we're looking for, not a stag. So this is the one that we were hunting quite a long time ago. And I think we've already captured. I don't think there are any more than that around. There was a reindeer at some point, but that has long since gone. Old stuff. So it looks like we lost it. We did see it somewhere in the other. It is again. It's coming closer to our camp. It was here. Let's see if we can find it. Ooh, okay. Tracks. Old. What herb have we got here? Crowberry. Can we eat it yet? A couple of weeks. Crowberry shrubs are coming on board. What have we got here? Northern bilberry shrub. Can we pick that up? Several months. So this one's going to take a long time. The crowberries will be starting shortly. Now, let's see if... What do we got here? Nope. Old stag. Where could that animal be? It's somewhere in this area. Let's zoom out and have a look. No, I can't see it anywhere. It's still there. It's still in the area. So where could it be? It's here. Tracking. No, they're the old ones. We're highly unlikely to just stumble upon the tracks, but it is worthwhile checking. I'm not sure how we're going to find this one. I know it's somewhere in this area. Question is, how do we find it? What we really need is a mountain close by here so we can pin it down. Okay, it's very close to our camp now. So it's moving northwards. So let's go in here. Oh, hang on, is it trapped? No, it hasn't fallen in our trap yet, but it is somewhere in this area. I'm going to keep looking for it. I'm going to speed this up while I continue to track this thing down. Okay then guys, we are back, and unfortunately didn't find anything, and it got dark before anything could happen, so didn't manage to track that thing down. It may still be out there, but not sure where it is just yet. Now we're in the small hours of the morning, so it's sort of dawn. You can see sort of over here, sun is just beginning to creep up. It's still quite cold, quite cool, so our character is really quite freezing at this point because we've taken off that heavy overcoat. But not much chance really of, at this point I think I want to see if I can survive without that overcoat, because it is so very heavy. It's like wearing a big heavy coat all day while trying to walk around and pick things up. It just gets in the way, so it is slowing things down for our character. We're going to have a quick, gotta get away from the water, there we go, quick brief look around again to see if we can spot that animal, but I suspect by now, oh, it hasn't gone away. If I go directly south, it's here somewhere. I just don't know where it is. We must be walking around really close to it. Surprised we haven't found any tracks yet. Our tracking skill is not... Yeah, I did do some climbing to see if I could find something. Our tracking skill is not horrific. 40% is not the best, but it's not really bad, so I would have thought we would have seen at least a couple of tracks if it was if it was around, especially with the rain that's been going on the ground. Ah, there we go, found it, yeehaw. I am clearly seen though, so let's, probably should have wielded our bow beforehand and wield another arrow. Okay, so it's over there. Question now, can I hide? Yes, I've hidden. It's looking our way. Let's just wait a little bit. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, okay, the elk has seen us. This is a long way to take a shot. What are we going to do? I think I'm going to take a shot anyway. Can I hide again? Yeah, I can hide. What is this elk doing? I think it knows we're here somewhere. It can't see us right this instant, but it is a big elk. The elk seems alert, so it knows we're here and it's sort of looking in our direction, but we're still technically hidden. Question is, do I wait? It hasn't discovered us, and it seems to think it's eluded us. Now we do move very slowly. We're only moving at 3 kilometers an hour, which is... And welcome back, guys. It looks like my multiply key is a stop recording key. I had forgotten all about that. So using my number pad to do some calculator work, which I'll probably end up cutting out because it was incomplete, has effectively meant that I cut off the last, I don't know how long, 5 minutes or so? Or probably less than that. I was talking for most of it, so not much action has happened. I've taken a couple of shots at this elk with the bow. None have hit, none have come close, and the elk hasn't really been spooked. It's alert, and it's sort of wandering away and then staring at me, and then turning away and walking, and then staring at me again. But effectively looking at my movement speed at this point and how quickly I'm going. So now that I've been discovered, I'm walking at about 7 k's per hour, which is comfortable. Typical walking speed is about 5 k's an hour for a normal person, which is something like 3 miles per hour, give or take. You guys can, you Americans will know what typical walking speed is. What I was doing before was moving at about 1.8 k's per hour, miles per hour. So when I'm hiding, I'm very slow. My current character, though, is probably not sufficient to run after this elk. So if I'm carrying a lot less weight now, which is a big help. So back in the previous earlier video when I was chasing through the snow after an elk or something, a steer, a stag, then I had too much weight. I had a big overcoat on and carrying a whole bunch of tools and things like that. So my character was really struggling with regards to speed. This time I could probably do it, but unfortunately there's no snow to slow the thing down and tire it out. So, I don't have the ski advantage this time. So what I really need is a dog to chase after it, bark and let me know which direction it is, and tire the thing out. Dogs probably won't maul it to death. It'll be able to kill a dog in a one-on-one fight. So I would need to be pretty careful with that. But getting a dog for this kind of chase hunting is valuable. At the moment, I really need to try to sneak up on it. And let's get back into the active window. Sneak up and shoot the thing and make it start bleeding. I cannot. Let's take a step towards it. It is now running. So the question is, what do I do? I think if I start running, I can go 15 k's an hour. Now, I don't know what this thing's doing. It's an escaping big elk. I wonder if I could partially chase it down. It's going northwest. Oh, come on, click in the window. Okay, I had the looking thing open up here. If I start running after it, no, my character's already tiring out and losing speed. I need to. Yeah, I've lost it. So I need to hide. So stop running. And we're just going to... Oh, wait. Stop running. There we go. Back to 6 k's an hour. And our fatigue should slowly start to drop as we walk. What I need to do now is start tracking this elk. And that's actually going to help if I zoom in slightly so I can see what I'm doing. And continue to track this thing down. It's gone... Looks like it's gone over there. Yeah, there it is. I've got its track now, or its scent, or whatever we want to call it. Leading northwest, and I can't see any more. Damn it. I think I have lost this animal. Nope, found it again. I'm going to hide. I can't hide because it can see me. So if I just... What I am going to do is wield another arrow. So I'm going to draw it, but I'm not actually going... I'm going to pull it out, but not actually draw it or knock it to my bow just yet. So we can now shoot immediately. I did explain this briefly off camera, but now that I've got this in my hand, in my second hand, if I were to try to shoot, it would be in an immediate action. I could immediately shoot it at the elk with no turns or time passing. If I do not have one in my hand and I attempt to shoot the bow, I'll have to pull one out of my backpack, out of my quiver or my pocket, or wherever I'm carrying these things. And that will give the elk one turn to move effectively. A very short amount of time. It's a very quick draw item, but it will give it time. So if it's startled and ready to run, it'll have already started running and have moved by the time I knock the arrow. In this case, though, it'll be an immediate shot. So I've got it prepared, and we get one shot at this. Do I want to shoot at it at this range? My skill is... not spectacular at 45%. Not spectacular skill. But I could chance it, and it will scare it and probably make it run. But we'll shoot at the body, and it didn't work. So let's keep going. Now we are losing arrows here, so I need to keep that in mind that we're not actually picking them up. Oh, shit. There are a lot of tracks here. Old ones, so they're not the one. Oh shit, no. There's some fresh looking ones here. Yep, the darker ones are fresher. Yeah, this is the path it's taken. Nope, they're old ones. Fuck, I may have lost it. I think I saw something up the north there move. I'm not sure. Could be seeing things at this point. Let's zoom out slightly. Have ourselves a look around. This has not been a particularly good hunt. I'm not a very good hunter in this game, as you guys can see. I'm sure there are definite things I could be doing. Very fresh elk tracks. Okay, we're back on the scent again. Fresh ones heading northeast. So it's up here somewhere. I may have already had it pop on the screen. Spot some tracks close by. That's another little thing that can happen. So in this case, I wasn't standing on top of any tracks, but I used my tracking skill, and it has located a couple on an adjacent tile that were not previously visible to me. So it's uncovered them, so to speak. Could be these ones here that are already old, or who knows at this point. There it is. It's up there. Can it see me? Almost certainly. Yeah, it can see me. It's coming towards me, though. I'm going to draw another arrow, just not knock it just yet. Continue to wait. Can I hide? Nope. I'm just going to wait here and just see what this thing does. Okay, I've hidden. Been able to hide, so it hasn't... You can see the arrow now is on the bottom right. So it's looking that way. Peripheral vision may be able to pick me up. I don't know exactly how these things can see. Certain animals are more alert than others. This one as well will have a fairly high level of alert because it's been shot at and it's been running around a bit. And yeah, the animal's seen us immediately. It knows that we're sneaking, so it has begun to run away. We're back to normal. I've got a decent eye on it and I'm keeping it running, so it may be beginning to tire somewhat. Ah, shit. If I could have pushed it to the right, it would have fallen into our traps. I didn't realize exactly where we were, which is a shame. Come in slightly so I can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, it's gone northwest. So let's zoom out again and continue to... Oh, there it is. Elk flees. Damn it, I got too close to it. It's up there. It's going to go east now. It's coming into our camp. If we had any traps around our camp, that might be quite interesting. So I've hidden, and probably shouldn't have done that because I think now the animal would have been running at top speed and we would have completely lost it, which was a little bit silly of me. Yeah, I think I've lost this animal. Not a huge amount of luck with this hunting, although I have made a few noob mistakes. I've taken a few shots that are, well, you know, risky, but may have paid off, and unfortunately didn't quite work out in this situation. I'm going to leave it for now. I know, oh, yes, I can see. I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm looking at. We have ourselves a snare trap that has caught something. So what do we got here? Let's examine. Nope, that's eat. Let's examine over here. We have ourselves a willow grouse carcass caught inside our trap. So I'll pull this up and get ourselves a willow grouse. Now, I set this snare trap a little while ago and it's on top of the berries. So what these willow grouse and other birds are going to be doing is flying around and trying to land on and eat the berries, because they do actually look for food. Even though the berries aren't completely ready for human consumption yet, they're still picking at them because they need the food. So that's great news. Our little loop snare is getting us a small amount of food here. I'll reset that, and hopefully in future we can get that again. Let's quickly... Hello, kitty. Hello, gorgeous kitty cat. Yeah, good timing for that cat, I suppose. Oh, and there you go. You can see how cold it is now. We're sort of teetering. G'day, kitty cat. We're so far north, even in sort of the early summer season. Yes, kitty. If we get a... yep, okay, you want to come up and just annoy everyone in the microphone. If I was saying something about ice. With a little bit of ice forming, that cat is distracting me. I cannot think what I'm saying. With a little bit of ice forming, and that is because we're so far north. We have a look at... Ooh, is it F7 is the map? Nope, F8, F5, F6 is the map. G'day, kitty cat. So we're so far north in the world. This is like northern Finland. It's the equivalent of, say, Sweden being, you know, over here in Norway, just sort of to the left of it. So we're right up the top, sort of near the top of Sweden and Norway. And this is so cold, even in summer, we can get these cold spells that will drop sort of below freezing briefly. Now, probably couldn't walk on this. If I step out into it, yeah, you doubt the ice will hold your weight. So I can still step out on it, but it's so bad that it's giving me a warning. Ice can still break even if you don't get that warning, because your character can be mistaken. But in this case, yeah, definitely don't want to step out there. It'll be freezing cold. We may well die because we're already pretty cold as is. But I'm going to call this episode here because I've got two videos I need to splice together in post-processing. So I don't know exactly how long I've been going, but probably sometime beyond my normal episode. What we're going to do next episode is skin and butcher this grouse that we've picked up. And continue tanning the skin, as well as moving on and looking at the iron and processing the tools, which were not as well prepared as I thought I was. But we'll continue doing that and make our iron hammer next episode. I've been Blxz. This has been the Unreal World. Smash that thumbs up button if you do indeed enjoy the content. If not, thumbs down button there waiting for you. Drop a comment and let me know how I can improve and what you would prefer to see if that is the case. Take care, guys, and I will see you next time.